I got paid. I went and cashed my check in the casino and won $100 or two something and went to bed. As soon as I win, I'm gone. I'm done. I'm out of there. Yeah, that was a good time. We did a casino in Escanaba. Maybe it was called the Harris Casino. I can't remember, man. It's been a long time. I remember that one because that casino had a stage, and it was a love-hate. We killed it, but only because we broke the rules. Yeah, let me get on there. So this casino had it was a stage. It was high. The stage was high. It was me and something Brown. He been on TV and kind of you'll know it if you saw his face. And this other cat, he invented Ross Duncliffe or something like that. He invented something. But anyway, he was the MC. Ross was the MC, white dude, bald. And then the headliner, I can't think of his damn name. And I was the feature act. And so the stage is high as hell, right? And then around the stage is the bar. And then around the bar are slot machines. And around the slot machines is where you can sit to take, to eat, whatever, and people are playing the slot machine. So you got the stage, and then you got, feet in front of you. Notice I said feet in front of you of shit going on, bartender, eat, all kind of shit. And then the stage is in this fucking casino. Let me say it again. The stage is here. Okay, if you're looking at my cell phone, the stage is here. The stage is here, right? Let me get a better, let me see. For the people looking on YouTube, did it switch? I need to go to camera too, there we go. The stage is here. The bar is around the stage. And then the people around the stage with the slot machine. So by the time you get to an audience, remember I said the stage is here. The audience is here. Now the audience is the rest of the fucking casino. Like our hotel room, we had balconies. So the balcony, you can see the balconies on each side of the casino from the stage. So I had my kids with me. I remember it was a hot tub, jacuzzi in the room too. It was a nice room, and that's a performer's worst fucking nightmare show. And so when you get there, this is why I go to a gig early. This is why I go to a gig an hour early for these reasons right here. Whether I'm rapping, doing stand-up, or whatever, I'm going to the gig early for this reason right here. This, as a performer, pay attention. I go early, this is why. You wanna go, especially if you've never been to the venue, you wanna go so that you can blend in with the people. Especially if you're not a known artist, you could blend in and hear conversations. So you can hear the vibe, you can feel the vibe of what's going on. If somebody just died that was, a staple in the community, you don't want to do no songs that's gonna trigger the motherfuckers. A song like throw your lighters in the air and be instant. They might like it, but they may not. It may be too soon. You know what I'm saying? You wanna, grab the local paper and get information on where you are going. Had I not went early, I would have seen this casino, the performance set up for what it was and had to react right then and there, and maybe out of panic, not have done the show like we did it. Because after the show, they came and complimented the shit out of us. So what happened was, me and the headliner, we was experienced. But the headliner was black and the feature was white. We wasn't scared. We looked at each other like this ain't it. We knew, because I think the white dude was a little new. He was newer. He'd been doing stand-up for a short time. Me and the black dude, we was seasoned, and we saw the stage for what it was, and we was like, nah, nigga, something got to change, because then they gave us the house rules. They was like, yeah, you can't curse, you know, and it was on our itinerary too. You know, you can't curse, and that's usually the norm at casinos. But when you in the business for a while, they tell you that, but they only complain if it ain't funny. If your performance wasn't good, then they ain't gonna complain. But if your performance is dope and the crowd loved you, come on, if it's your show, they say that because a lot of young artists come in there and they ain't really got to act, and that's all they do is curse, you know, dropping F-bombs, and you know, and a lot of bookers think that that's what old people want. Let me tell you something, man. Old people have lived their fucking life. They have lived, they tired of us younger folks treating them like they ain't lived a fucking life. How the fuck you think you got here? Old people don't want you censoring them when they turn old. Nigga, they have earned a few fuck yous and get the fuck out of my face and suck my dick. They earned that shit. They don't want you treating them like fucking kids with kid gloves after they done did all the shit they done did for this country and wiped your ass and did this, that, and the third, and then for you to censor them and oh no, we gonna take their money at the casino, but we ain't gonna let them hear a curse word because they don't want to hear. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about that. They in there, especially they done lost their money, they cussing. They in that bitch cussing. And they getting drunk. But we supposed to go in there and just, Seinfeld that bitch? No, nigga. Y'all knew who y'all was hiring before y'all hired me, goddamn. If you didn't, that's too goddamn bad. Because I'm going to cuss. You know, I cannot, if the situation calls for that. But you have to do the gig based on the gig. That's why I stay away from college gigs, because you know, you want me to do this one way, but I want them to like me. And so I don't want this shit to be combative, because they don't want to hear the shit that I'm spewing, because I got rules that I got to follow. This is why I'm spewing that shit. And they know this ain't me, and so they egging me on to talk that shit that I usually talk. That's why we wanted you here, is to talk that shit, but you don't know that the college is telling me if I talk that shit, that this show gonna be free. I'm gonna be working for, I can't. So we was at the gig, man, me and the headliner was like, yo, and the best thing, this is why I go early, to see what kind of microphone they have. If the situation fucked up, I need to be able to be free. So if they got a cordless mic, we on and cracking. They had a cordless mic. And so what that cordless mic allowed us to do is get the fuck off the stage. We wasn't confined to that stage. And so to get these, I'm doing this for, especially now, I've been doing this shit for 24 years. So it's like, and I've been in show business for 30 years. So it's like, nigga, the only way we gonna get these people attention, we just gonna be, cause I performed, well, there's nobody in the audience. It was just me, Chico Bean, and the bartender. I've done that to get my paycheck. I had to do it. And I was the headliner. I had to do a whole hour to get my damn check for nobody. A couple people walked in, trickled on in. It was in North Carolina. But for the most part, I had to do it. So that wasn't a problem. But this was it was a gang of people in there. I am not going to do a show and ain't nobody going to be listening. I'm just not, no. So I'm the feature act. The MC, he does this thing, his, 15 minutes or whatever, on stage. They wasn't listening to his ass. You hear, God damn it, order number 3 is, hey, what do you, I want a rum and coke. You hearing all that shit through his act, and me and the other comic standing out. So remember I told you what the stage was. So me and the other comic standing way out here, way out here to see, and hear the reactions, and if you can hear the comic on stage. We was like, nigga, no, we gonna die up there if we don't do something different. So I was going next. So I said, man, I think I'm getting off the stage. He was like, me too. So I get up there. I started talking. I start the show on the stage, start talking, say, this is what I'm talking about. Fuck that. I said, fuck that. Got off stage, Start talking shit, going to people. Hey, did you win? Hey, I'm gonna need you to calm that shit down over there. Hey, send me some of them fries. I was just start talking cash shit, and you can start to hear the place calm down a little bit, you know. But in retrospect, the casino didn't like that. You know, be funny, nigga, but you slowing. Hey, niggas is listening instead of putting coins. Y'all motherfuckers is too good. We got them to quiet the fuck down somewhat. Not all the way, but we got enough of them to quiet down to have some semblance of a show. So the casino that I was describing is called the Island Casino, and it was in Escanaba, not Harris. And we, on the way back from Iron Mountain, the Iron Mountain gig, we stopped at that casino for old time's sake, nostalgia, to see if it still looked like what I just described in this video, this current video you're watching. And it wasn't. They, you know, I figured after 15, 16 years, they would have done some kind of remodeling or something like that. Because even then, it was a bad setup. They knew it. And so we went in there, man, and it was, you know, I wanted to take some pictures, but we was the only niggas in there. I was the only nigga in there. Be pulling out a camera, and man, the security was swooped down. The stage ain't there no more. In fact, it's in its own area behind where the stage used to be. It's a whole totally, matter of fact, when you go through the doors to get into the place, immediately to the right is where the stage and the entertainment section in regards to performing is, where it should have been, you know, in the first place, but it was closed off in its own room. In fact, before you even get to that room, there's a bar. So where the stage was, it's just a bar now, a brand new bar. Even that, it has a wall blocking the outside casino from it. And then from that bar, you can go into the showroom. So so everything that I described when I was showing you on the phone, that is all now a bar. Maybe a little pulled back closer to the wall, but a bar nonetheless. And then the club has been put behind the bar. So it was changed up. The hotel rooms aren't like I remembered. I remember specifically that it was seeming like you could see the hotel rooms from the showroom, or, you know, the casino room still, but it seemed to me that they had balconies that came out as well in some of the rooms, because I just remember that specifically for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong, but I remember balconies being present. But other than that, yeah, they did a bunch of remodeling, add-ons, subtractions. Matter of fact, I stopped one of the. I went to the security desk and asked one of the gentlemen that was working behind the desk. I said, hey, how long you been working here? He was like, oh, about 30 years. I said, so you remember that stage that used to be right there? He said, oh, yeah, that's a long time. Yeah, you've been here before, blah, blah, blah. He was like, da, da, da. He started describing, like, you know, and he was like, man. And then so when I was leaving, he was like, hey, man, thanks for the trip down memory lane. I was like, yeah, that's what's up. So, yeah, that's the update on that. They did a remodel. Place is called the Island Casino. It was in Escanaba. And a lot busier, the gas station that was next to the casino is still there. The aesthetic on the outside still looks the same. Well, on the inside, it's a totally different vibe. It looks brand new. And the stage situation was totally different. So, yeah, it's not like that anymore. All right, that's the update. Peace, holla. And why I love how I started my career is because it trained me for that moment. Because in the early days, especially in Arizona, we used to go to open mics, any open mics. And I went to an open mic called the OK Corral one time. It was at a bar called the OK Corral. You know, goddamn well, them motherfuckers wasn't there to see me. You know damn well they wasn't. A lot of times when you go to them type of open mics, the bar is in the area where the stage is. I even did a casino in the UP that was like that. Me and Fryman did that shit. The damn stage was, man, I'll tell you that story. But anyway, so I go up there, I'm getting off stage, I'm talking cash shit, boom, boom, boom. They laughing, boom, boom. Ross comes back up there as the MC, making announcements, brings up the headliner. He murders it. He does the same thing. He gets off stage, off top of the dome, ripping it, boom, 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 boom. After the show, the staff came over to us because they stopped and was watching the show too because they had never seen comics come in there and get people to listen like we did. He's like, you guys are the funniest people we've ever had here. No one ever they never listen to the acts up there. And because we have become, and you can see it in the strike, we have become a formality. We're just a byproduct of the ultimate thing. They want to get your money and beverages and using their entertainment, putting money in. That's what we're just there to pass time, to give them something in between, to take their mind off the fact they just lost $200. We're just there to ease the pain of them easing their money to the casino. You know what I'm saying? We're a formality. We're there to stall them out until they get the tickets, the receipts, to pay the bill. And we're feeling that now. We're feeling that that we don't matter. We just there we can feel that. That's what's happening. It's no longer a symbiotic relationship. Here, entertain these people so that we can get this money off real quick. It don't matter if you're funny at this point. Are you effective? Can you keep these people attention long enough so that we can do our job, which is the most important? Because their job primarily pays the bills at this point, because now in this day and age, they damn near give all the tickets away instead of selling them, because we have trained everybody to want the shit for fucking free. Nobody wants to pay for the shit no more. I remember when Spanky Brown was alive, rest in peace, he was opening up for Tommy Davidson in Florida. And he was telling me, I was talking to him, he was like, I was like, what you doing this weekend? He's like, yeah, man, I'm opening up for Tommy. And Spanky was the headliner himself. And I was like, oh man, that's just sell out or whatever. He was like, man, niggas ain't trying to buy tickets these days. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm opening them for Tommy. It's Tommy Davidson. And motherfuckers want tickets for free. You know, questioning if they gonna have a, nigga, it's Tommy Davidson. I'm like, yeah, what? You know, like, because we have trained people to want the shit for free, to get it for free. All these free shows they be doing around in different cities, some of them have their purposes, but most of them don't. Most of them dilute the market. Most of them train an audience to expect comedy for free. And I debate this shit all goddamn day, change my mind. And then what happens is we get so many of these free shows and people will defend them all day long until they do this for a living. Until you claim this shit on your taxes. Then you look at that shit different. You claim the shit on your taxes. Now, you've trained people to expect this shit for free. So you've trained people, so now you're a professional. Now the same people that you was, free show, we do a free show. And now you want them to pay you $10, $15, $20 to do the same shit you trained them to get for free. You should have been charging them something. $1, $1.50, something, do something. Make them expect to pay for your talent. Yeah, you in the beginning, we just want to show, we just want to hop on. Yeah, we love it. We do it. We did the same shit. Not me as much, because almost from the beginning of my career, I started getting paid. And a lot of that was because I created my own shows. So I'm the exception to the rule. But most of the time, motherfuckers do the same shit and would put up a show. But back in my era, most of our shows, you had to pay something, whether it was $3 or something. And maybe I started that as being the standard, because I was the guy known, especially in Arizona, putting up shows. And so, yeah, you had to pay something. Most of the time, now that I think about it. But in this day and age, every time I turn around, it's a free fucking show. Free comedy here, free comedy. And then I became the asshole in my community because in the early days, that's what I was preaching. I bet you $100 right now. Let me take that back. Some of them cats is ignorant as motherfuckers still to this day. They still to this day. And don't sit back and think about